This chart behind me shows something very important for some of the altcoins I'm going to show you in just a moment, but what it does is tell us which altcoins are likely going to outperform the market when alt season finally comes, and I believe alt season is right around the corner. But we'll get to that chart in just a second because I wanted to show you charts like this, which indicate to me that retail doesn't understand how high Bitcoin is about to go because whales are accumulating at rapid rates. Now, when whales accumulate, that means that they believe the price of Bitcoin right now is undervalued for where it might go. And the reason I know this is because whales sell off into the Bitcoin pumps. Okay, and you can see here, this chart going down and down is the OTC desk balance sheets for Bitcoin. So when this goes up, that means that whales, institutions, governments, big money, these guys are selling their Bitcoin back to the guys who hold large amounts of Bitcoin for these large investors to purchase. So again, they are buying and they are buying very, very quickly. This is why I've made videos in the past talking about the possibility of a supply shock. It's been spoken about for years now. But looking at charts like this, it's definitely speeding up. It could definitely happen in the next 12 months, which would send Bitcoin parabolic. It isn't just a story anymore. And also a chart like this, which has a look at the on-chain cost basis of traders. Now, why is this important to look at? Well, traders dictate the price of Bitcoin because if the average trader, market maker, or even institution, again, buying and selling Bitcoin very, very quickly, if these guys are in significant profit, what happens? They take their profit, they reinvest on the dips. Now, when we have a lot of these guys in significant profit, you can see here up on these top red dotted lines here and here, okay, it sends the price lower, but usually brings it back to this middle blue line. This is their average across all of Bitcoin and all the traders buy-in price. And you can see now that we do have a while's way to go to get towards the top red line yet again, like we got close to here and like we did meet back over here. And in previous cycles, we do tend to touch and hang around this in the actual bull run itself. I think better example here is looking back into the 2018 run where we kind of floated up and down the blue line to the red line. We roughly speaking don't have to worry about Bitcoin until it hits about $145,000, $146,000, which to me is a very important signal. It's an important signal because we still have other indicators showing us that we have room in the tank. And by room in the tank, I mean able to go up to $145,000 to $150,000. And the reason why that is so important is because this would actually put us in a position where we can reach the top trend line here in the bull run ascending channel. It's when we break out of this trend line, as you guys know from watching this channel, do we have alt season, okay? Bitcoin has to lead the way. Many people have this mistaken where they believe that Bitcoin has to go down and alt has to go up. No, that's not the case at all. What happens in every other bull run, like back here in 2021, we actually have Bitcoin 4, 5, 6xing, but alts go up even further than Bitcoin. The same back here if I zoom out again, when Bitcoin broke out of the channel back here in 2017. It actually 13x'd, yet we had alt season, okay? If I toggle Bitcoin dominance falls, Bitcoin dominance falls. At the moment, it breaks the channel, which means altcoins just go up even more than Bitcoin. This is a cycle that hasn't happened once, hasn't happened twice. As a matter of fact, this cycle has played out every single bull run in Bitcoin's existence. And so far, Bitcoin is respecting the same ascending channel. So I'm going to hedge my bets on the plan that's been playing out for the last 10 to 12 years. Now, you're not here to talk about Bitcoin ascending channels or, of course, some of the indicators that make me so bullish on alt season being the next 3 months. You're here to understand why I believe some of the altcoins I'll mention today are so bullish. And again, what altcoins I'm eyeing off right now. And look, I've made my fair share of videos recently talking about altcoins that I'm bullish on, ones that I even don't talk about much, but are showing good signs. And I think this video should help reaffirm to you why I'm bullish on those altcoins. Now, this sheet behind me that I've made today in the private community. Again, this is available in the private community, so anyone will have access to this. Okay, our bull run cheat sheet, you can see a whole bunch of indicators and tools to help you get ahead of the curve. Okay, so anyone in the private community has access to this. Plus, of course, we've recently just partnered up with 20-year experienced trader Craig Cobb, Okay, Craig's traded stocks, bonds, commodities, you name it. Of course, been in crypto now for a fair few years. I think back in 2015, he really started trading heavily. He's in there now to help you guys trade. He's actually in the Discord. So I'm going to leave the Discord link down below. I'll leave the link to Craig's free course. It's going to be free. His 20 years of experience all bundled up together, and start trading with us. Okay. He's going to be helping us in the Discord and the private community just simply make better trades and make money. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So let's get into making some money. Okay. Which is looking at the chart that assesses something very important, which is dominance. Now, what am I talking about? Well, market dominance is essentially looking at an altcoin, let's say Cardano, for example, okay, and looking at its market cap versus the market cap of the whole entire market. So when we talk about market cap dominance, and trust me, hang in tight, it's going to play out into a story here. I'm going to make sense in a moment. We talk about market cap dominance, for example, 1% dominance. That means that coin, whether it's Cardano, XRP, whatever, has 1% of the entire market cap's, market share in it. So if the global market cap was $1 trillion and Cardano had 1% market dominance, that means it would have whatever the math on that is, let's say $10 billion, okay, as its market cap. But what I'm talking about today here is assessing, dominance in multiple different ways. And again, hang in tight, because this is a fantastic, fantastic tool, which again is just going to show you guys why I'm bullish on some coins that even I don't really own right now. So what we have here is 4 different things. We have bull run performance versus market, yearly performance versus market, yearly performance versus alts, and lows to now versus alt. So let's talk about the bull run performance versus market first. And this is something we actually already track in our data-fueled price predictions, but I've got it written out here, and I think it is important to have a look at as well. Essentially, what we're doing here is comparing an individual altcoin, so in this case, Aave, Aerodrome, Finance, or one of our 133 altcoins, I think it is, in this list, and we're saying, has this coin outperformed the market since the start of the bull run? So going back over here, this is the crypto global market cap. Okay, so we're taking the lows in October of 2023 in here, and basically saying to ourselves, well, has the coin from this point in time over here, okay, has it outperformed the market to where we are right now, or has it underperformed? How's it done in this whole entire bull run period? Aerodrome, for example, is up 1,500%, and you can see coins like Akash, LF0, even Algorand, Altlayer, they're all down significantly. Okay, so again, you want to look at the coins that are up a lot and think to yourself, well, what is it about this coin that makes it, so much more better, or at least stronger in the market versus others? And that brings me to my next point, because looking at market dominance, what we're essentially saying here is that if the coin goes up in market cap dominance, it's actually outpacing the market. Because if the market cap itself goes from 3 trillion, where it is now, to 10 trillion market cap, if the market dominance of a coin stays the same, what's happening is it's staying relative with the growth of the market. So if the market 3x's, that coin will 3x as well, even though the market dominance hasn't moved. It's when the market cap dominance goes up significantly, like Aerodrome here, that means that if the market's 3x, Aerodrome on top of the 3x has done 1,500%, so about a 16 or 17x, which is incredible to think about. So a coin losing dominance means that the market has gone up or even gone down, but this coin's gone down even more on average, okay? Regardless, that's all being taken care of. Now, what about yearly performance? Well, again, you want to use these in combination with each other. Okay, so here we have yearly performance versus the market. And what this tells me is since January of this year, how has the coin performed versus, again, the total market, including Bitcoin, including even stable coins, including everything. How has it performed? So if it's down here, since the start of the year was quite horrible, right? Again, the start of the year, if I zoom in, was around about here. So we've pretty much been nothing but down. So what you'll find is the large caps will likely be recovering, and you'll find the smaller caps still struggling, okay? So you'll find if you have a look here, some of the small caps, I can probably try to find one here, like maybe even AOS, okay? So you can see AOS is down 50% while still being up in the bull run, which means, again, it's done a lot of multiples because it's a small cap coin, it's reacted a lot, but it's still down because small caps, these tend to lag behind the large caps. That's why I do like to talk about my large caps quite a lot on the channel, because they're much safer bets. Okay, large caps will move in the starting moves, alrighty, but what will happen is they'll be outperformed by the small cap coins on the last push, okay, which you have to wait a little bit longer for that to happen. And of course, the smaller cap coins always suffer more in market uncertainty and sideways price action. So you'll find, coins, for example, like Aether. This is a true wild card. Something's definitely strong about Aether. That's why I'm bullish on this coin, because you'll find that it's actually up, all right, since its inception. All right, it's up through the whole bull run. And it's also up now based on the rebound. From the start of the year through this whole dip, it's still up. And you can just see how difficult it is for a coin to be up. Look at all the red here. So again, this just helps you figure out which coins are showing strength. And that, of course, means that there's something about this coin that people love and are attracted to. Next, we have the yearly performance versus alt. So again, it's pretty much the same as yearly performance versus market. But what we're doing here is really, honing in on altcoins. So we're pairing up our alt versus other altcoins. Okay, so it tells a bit more of a story. And in this case, I've just excluded the top 10. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, even, whatever else, like Tron, Cardano, all the top 10 coins I've excluded here. So we can see ETH is actually still at 10%. So it's still above other altcoins when we really hone in. It's essentially this chart right here. What we're saying is, again, this is others. So this is, the crypto market cap, excluded top 10. It's basically since the start of the year, which is around about here, Aether is still up. Okay, it's still beating other altcoins. And again, you can see just how many coins are down right now, okay? I don't want to pick on any single coin because I might get a bit of anger from that community in the comment section below, but you can see a coin like Mantra, of course, we all know Mantra's exploded and blown up. It's down 90% here, it's down 89% here, but it's still up 700% here. So you have to ask yourself, why is it down so much on the recent downturn, yet it is still up on the whole bull run? Well, again, this is more recent price action. This is more recent, I think, of a gauge into how the coin will perform in alt season versus this. I think this just tells you that the coin has already done multiples. So you can be down here and up here, and it'll still be a good thing in my personal opinion. And last but definitely not least, the far right over here, we have lows to now versus alts. So what does this mean? This actually hones in to this right here, the lows in April for altcoins. Okay, again, we're looking at others here. So this is altcoins versus altcoins. So the lows here, how has the coin performed from there to up here? And you can see a lot of these coins have rebounded very nicely. Again, Aether, one of the very rare coins with a massive rebound of 56%. I think incredible considering the coin's a small cap. No surprise, a coin like Aave is up because Aave is a multi-billion-dollar market cap coin. All right, no surprise that ASI is up. No surprise Arbitrum's up. Okay, but you can see a lot of the coins that even the large caps aren't actually up. Like, for example, Aptos isn't even up. Aptos is here, down 9% still. So again, it's just a bit of an indication. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, Kyron, is it, if it's down any percent, is it bad? If it's up any percent, is it good? No, I think there's a buffer room plus or minus of about 10 to 15%, 20% maybe. So if your coin's up or down maybe 10, 15%, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just a part of the market. Altcoins are very active, can be down 20% today, up 600% tomorrow, depending on the news. But again, this just helps us refine and strategize to figure out, hey, maybe you are someone who's taken some profits on your altcoins recently. Is it a wise decision to maybe take some profits and buy a coin, my financial advice, that does tick a few boxes on this list? So what this all tells me is when we do have alt season, like you can see here with Cardano in the previous cycle, when these coins show strength in bearish conditions or again on a rebound like we're experiencing right now, when we actually do break out of the, ascending channel here, okay, and we do go into a full alt season, if it is showing strength now, we can expect from lows, okay, back over here at 3 cents, for the coin 100x with $3 price, okay? And believe you me, the market cap for Cardano wasn't just nothing around here, all right? I can actually show you guys this, right? The market cap was still relatively high for a coin back here, all right? $755 million market cap. That's like Beam, Aerodrome. A lot of these coins are that market cap right now, but it went up to about 100 billion market cap. So don't think the large caps can't do high multiples, and we have more money around the market this time. So again, the lows to the highs saw huge growth. But get this, it's market dominance only 10x'd. Again, because market dominance means if the global market cap, okay, or the altcoin market cap does a 10x, but your dominance 10x's, that means technically you're seeing, 100x return overall for the coin based on a market cap level. And for Chainlink here, more of a, I think, reasonable and common example, we saw about a 5 or 6x of its dominance. Now, if you're asking me, Karen, what does all this mean? Well, when I set my price predictions in the private community, and I'm looking at forecasting market dominance and therefore forecasting where the price could go to, I look at 3 important levels. One, what happens if the market dominance of the coin does a 2x? Okay, which means it might sound good, right? So the coin's outperforming the market by a 2x, but most altcoins, when they have their massive narrative pump, when RWA coins, AI coins, when they pump and they blow off top together, you normally see about a 5x return from the lows. So if a coin only 2x's, it's a pretty weak coin. Again, the average is about a 5x, meaning that from, again, the lows in that bull run, so this would be about 2023 for us, okay, to the highs, we should see around about average of a 5x. So you can see here that, Aerodrome has already outperformed that. All right, but it doesn't mean it's all over for Aerodrome. Now, you'll find that the really good coins, the coins that, somehow captivate most of the market in a very short period of time as well, what ends up happening is these coins like 10x. So we saw that back over here with ADA, going from literally a 700 million market cap to 100 billion market cap in 300 days. So there's a lot to digest and go into, but I hope you've realized how important it is to assess the strength of these altcoins now. Because again, if you have extra capital, or if you want to reshuffle your portfolio, whatever may be the case for you wanting to figure out where you are right now, this is the best way to do it. You're literally assessing how strong the coin is versus the entire market. And I don't know another metric per altcoins that is able to tell you this sort of story. So again, this is available as well as a whole bunch of stuff in the private community. Go down below, guys. We have exceptional tools, an exceptional team, but I think even better, a fantastic community of like-minded people here trying to make money. I'll see you all in there. Take very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.